WPSP. We Pick Sports. It's the We Pick Sports podcast. You're now tuning in to WPSP, the We Pick Sports podcast.
Thanks for tuning in to WPSP, the We Pick Sports podcast. I'm Chris Miller, a.k.a. BillSkateboard.
Marin Man.
And we're here today with our first guest, Big E.
Ethan Grawe, a.k.a., but Big E will roll fine.
And today we're going to be going over our UFC 291 picks. What the hell is today? It's the 25th, so that's coming up on Saturday. Today's Tuesday. So I'll lead us off. It's a pretty stacked card we got here, so I'll lead us off with this first fight we got. It's a welterweight fight against 18-6 Michael Maverick Chiesa versus 24-9, 1-0 contest, Kevin Trailblazer Holland. Michael hasn't fought in the UFC since about 2021. He's on a 2-fight losing streak. He's wrestling based. Most of his wins ended in submission or decision. Holland is coming off a TKO win in April of this year. He's kind of got that kung fu shit going on. He's got a whole variety of wins. So the way I see this, you got two battle-tested fighters, but I'm seeing a really close fight. I'm predicting Chiesa is going to win this one in a third-round submission, though. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I would say I'm pretty sure Kevin Holland is fighting again in another month after this.
Probably.
He's crazy.
Likes to stay active.
Him on the BMF fight card too. It just sounds. It seems like it's a good fight for him, and I think he's gonna get it done. Second round KO. First round he'll feel him out. It'll be a pretty energetic, high paced round, but I think second round he gets it done.
And BMF, that's the bad motherfucker guy, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So this fight, along with every other fight on the damn card, is a complete toss up. I feel like. Holland, if it stays on the feet, he's going to absolutely pick Chiesa apart. But Chiesa's a wrestler. He'll try to get it to the ground. Holland's good on the ground, but not great. We saw Holland knocked out, I believe, Jacare Souza from his back, which was pretty freaking nuts. Jacare Souza, he knocked him out from his back, literally on his back. Did you see? He was like, bam, bam, and just put him to sleep. So I think he's just got too much power, and he's ready to go whenever. This one sucks for me because I really do like Chiesa, but I'm going to go with Kevin Holland. I'm going to go with a decision on this one. It'll be a barn burner, though. Probably
all 3 rounds.
Yeah, I think it'll be a decision because Chiesa's a dog. I mean, he just lost 2 in a row, but it was against Sean Brady, who really fucking worked him. And then who was Vicente Luque? I mean, that's Vicente Luque. He's a dog, too, so I don't know. It'll be a tough fight. He did beat Neil Magny in a 5-round. I'm sure it was a great decision. I don't remember that fight, but yeah, I think Holland will get her done.
You think it'll be similar, kind of that Jalen Turner-Dan Hooker fight, and just how
not as exciting.
Not exciting, but
if it stays on its feet, yeah, because Holland will probably pick him apart, but Chiesa's gonna want to take him down, like.
Oh, once it goes on the ground,
yeah, he's gonna want to. It just depends on how good Holland's takedown defense and ability to stand up is. He's got good jiu-jitsu, but we'll see.
Is he the one that shit talks even when he's like,
if
he's losing, he's shit talking?
Yeah. Is that his name?
You remember that Kamzat fight where they sprawled for like a good minute and a half,
I
bouncing
hate
around
that.
on the ground?
He was fighting so good. It was such I hate that fake glove tap shit, dude. Mm-hmm. That's what Hamzat did to him, and then after he got him to the ground, it was all but over. But that's Hamzat. This is just a little Chiesa. Right. So I think Holland will take care of business here, but should be a decent fight to start off the card.
Yeah, definitely. We got 2 for Holland, rounding off the first one. Then we got the second fight coming up. We got the lightweights, good old Tony Ferguson. We all know Tony Ferguson.
El Cucuy.
Going against Bobby Green. So Ferguson, he's had an extensive history of wins, but he's been kind of on a 5-fight slump lately. His last was a submission loss to Nate Diaz. And the other guy, Green, he's had a spotty past wins and losses, occasional success streaks. So for this, it's like the second veteran fight of the card. I think it's going to be Bobby Green coming away with it. I think Ferguson's kind of spent. The slump's getting to him. He's going to come away with TKO in the second round.
Man, that hurts.
I like that. I like that though. But so hard to pick against Tony
I
Ferguson.
just love Tony, man.
Even though his last few fights have been awful in Tony's favor, front kicks and submissions.
Ew.
But I think I'm going to still go Tony Ferguson. He's going to find a way to snap these bad losing streaks.
Snap the
And I mean, he's fought some guys like Justin, Charles, and Beneil Darvish, and then Chandler, but that front kick there, you can't. I don't know.
face was like-
Yeah. It don't matter who you're fighting. If you get hit with that, you're done.
Yeah, who's Bobby been fighting? Because
Bob, he's been having
kinda
good
spotty.
fights, but nothing compared to that
the
murderer.
Ferguson gauntlet.
I mean, he just had a no contest with Jared Gordon. They clashed heads, and then he started ground and pound. Looked like he was gonna. First round he was doing pretty well. Looked like he was gonna win. Got knocked the hell out by Drew Dober. Then he got TKO'd by Islam. I thought it was short notice, but I could be wrong because it says fight night. Makhachev versus Green, but I thought it was short notice. He beat Nasrat Haqparast, whatever how the hell you say that name?
No idea.
Haqparast. You say that, yeah.
Send it in and we'll say it right.
And then he beat an old ass ally, Quinta. Got decisioned by Rafael Fiziev. That was actually a good fight. I remember watching this one. It was kind of close, and I thought Fiziev was gonna fucking piece him apart. All day and all week, I've been leaning Bobby, but I just love Tony.
Yeah.
So this is solely based on my heart and my love for Tony. I think he's going to find a way, and whatever the fuck happens, he needs to retire. He cannot. He lost about 12 years in that Justin Gaethje fight, and then he got front kicked into oblivion by Chandler. So
Was the Gaethje fight where he's doing the thing where he's like
yeah, he was like
he's gonna-
twitching.
He's like he wasn't even in there anymore.
And he just wouldn't go out, and that was about the beginning of his the end for him. That's
Yeah.
what started. That was when he was still Tony Ferguson, like the freaking El Kukui, the boogeyman. Nobody wanted to fight him.
Was that the Ngannou Rosenstrike card?
Yeah, yeah. It was actually this was the main event of that card, which makes a lot of sense, saying how Gaethje is Gaethje and Ferguson is Ferguson.
Yeah.
But yeah, I got Ferguson pulling it out in a tight decision, and the judges might just give it to him because it's Tony Ferguson,
Yeah,
and I hope
yeah.
that's the case.
Decision, you think? I'm going to say he's going to pull out those sharp elbows.
Elbows and cut him up?
Yeah,
He's gonna cut him up?
You got
I would love to
you
see
got him
it. And then,
sharpened
like
up,
you
ready
said,
to go.
call it quits. Hang those gloves up, Tony.
Those gloves
'Cause-
up, man. Ended out on a win. Hopefully he gets that fairy tale like Robbie, but it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough out here to be Tony
Tony
Ferguson.
Then we got another welterweight bout after that one. We got Stephen Wonderboy Thompson on there, 17-6-1 versus 28-11 Michelle Pereira.
Pereira, I think,
Pereira,
who-
yeah.
Brazilian name.
Wonderboy started his career with kind of a long streak of wins, but has been back and forth as of late. Pereira has been on a 5-fight win streak. 4 of those, though, have been by decision, so you know how that goes. I see this one going all 3 rounds, and I think it's going to be another decision, and I think Michelle's going to pull this one out over Wonderboy. That's how I'm feeling.
Like Aaron said earlier, I think a lot of these fights are toss-ups, and I think this is a pretty big toss-up, I'd say. I'm going to go with Wonderboy just solely on the fact that he likes to make fights entertaining, and I would love to see a big knockout out of him on this one.
Yeah.
But he is getting up there in age as
40.
well. He's 40?
He's
Oh,
40.
he's 40.
Shit, he looks
He's
like
40
he's
years
20
old.
something.
Yeah, he's
It almost
40.
makes me reconsider my pick.
I
But
realize I should start looking at the ages of these people.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
could throw one of those
40.
head kicks out of nowhere, but I'm confident in Wonderboy in this fight. Might be a decision, but I would like to see an exciting fight and a knockout.
Yeah, so this is a tough fight. It's one where I'm solely basing it on my love for Wonderboy again. So I'm letting the heart go again. I like Wonderboy. He's a good person, awesome fighter. But it's scary because he is 40. So sooner or later he's gonna hit a steep decline.
He better retire before.
So, I mean, he just pieced apart Kevin Holland on their feet. Like, absolutely demolished him. Kevin Holland went in there saying that they wouldn't need to, there was no wrestling at all, and obviously the karate fighter Stephen Thompson was full on into that. So, I mean, he came into the UFC on the roll, like you said. Then he just
that weight class for a while.
Look at the names: Patrick Cote, Robert Whitaker. He beat Robert Whitaker in 2014. He had that, Rory McDonald, Johnny Hendricks, like Jorge, Tyron Woodley twice, Darren Till, Anthony Pettis, Vicente Luque, Jeff Neal, Hands of Steel, Gilbert Burns, Bilal, Kevin Holland. Like, he's fought every fucking person in the world basically at this weight. So he's just so battle tested. He's just like, if you ever get a chance to watch some content like with him in it, just watch it. He's such a wholesome person. He's just smiling, happy. Like, I watched him bedded today, and he's just happy. He went and got an air rifle. So, when I watch Michel Pereira, I just have the sour taste in my mouth from when he fought this Tristan Connolly dude. It was the first fight I ever watched him fight, and he came in against this guy that was like tiny. Like, really small. Look at him. Look at this guy.
Tristan the Boondock
Connolly from Canada.
Is he still fighting?
I don't know. But he was like a 145-pounder coming up to 170. And Michel Pereira is not a small 170. That guy is huge. And this guy just worked him. And I was
Boondock.
He's 14-9. Don't get me wrong, he beat my ass, but still, 14-9, Tristan Connolly out of nowhere. And they were hyping this guy up like he was the next big thing. And I was like, okay, let's see. Then he got worked by him because he gassed the fuck out. Because he does front flips and back flips like in the fight. Like, he's insane. And then he lost to 39-million-year-old Diego Sanchez. Because he kneed him in the head. I think he was probably beating his ass. I think I watched it because I was sad that Corey Anderson got murdered by Jan Blachowicz. But yeah, I think he was beating his ass and then kneed him in the head.
Like the old Greg Hardy.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I just think it'll be a nice, entertaining fight. If it goes to a decision, it'll be Wonder Boy. If there's a finish, it'll be Michel Pereira because he's big and ripped and scary. But I just think Stephen Thompson will stay on the outside and pick him apart and hopefully get that decision. Once again, he might be on the same boat as Tony. Maybe just retire before... I mean, Tony's way worse.
Yeah, Tony's well past.
He's got 5 in a row where he's just been getting murdered. And he was working Nate Diaz, but then...
Was that the one where Nate kind of walked away?
Yeah, he did a whole walk around the ring because his legs were getting murdered. He was like, this is not fun. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It'll be exciting. And... yeah, I hope Steven wins.
He was the main event in that Nate Diaz fight, wasn't he?
I believe so.
Well, it was supposed to be Kamzat, right?
Yep, come shot. Good old Colby special right there.
Yeah.
All right, and then we're moving on to the co-main.
Yeah. So we're 3 fights down, and so far it's 2-1 every time. So we'll see if that changes by the time we get through this.
Oh, this one's scary.
This is a tough one.
This is probably the one I'm most excited for. But yeah, we got Jan Blachowicz versus Alex Pereira. This is for the co-main event. We got the battle-tested Polish Brute. That's what I'm gonna call him.
The Polish Brute
versus the kickboxing menace. Who's now, he just moved up to light heavyweight, right?
Yeah, he first fight up.
Okay.
He looks scary.
Fun fact, both of these guys have beat Izzy in a fight, but the one's beat him a lot more times. But I think Jan's going to come through.
Wrestled, fucked him.
Jan's going to come through with that UFC experience because, Alex, I mean, he's been kickboxing a while, but he's only been UFC, 9 fights, so... Jan's got almost 40 fights, more. And he's going to have versatility, so I think he's going to get a grueling win by decision. I mean, originally I thought it'd be like a knockout because you got 2 heavy guys swinging, but I'm going to say they almost get knocked out. He's 42?
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my guns.
No, you're all right.
I'm going with the
probably the smart pick. It's probably the smart pick.
Jan's a scary guy. He's a former champion, too.
He's fucking beast.
He's no joke.
He is.
His last fight against Ankalaev was a draw. Which, I don't know. You could have gave him the win because
I thought he won it.
He
but
won the
last 2 rounds, he was getting worked on the ground.
On the ground,
Yeah.
Bad. Yeah. And Pereira's not a guy that's going to take this fight to the ground with him.
No.
And
About punching, kicking.
standing up, this will be the first time we see Alex in this weight class, but he looks jacked. He looks like his hands are made of stone, and I think he's going to get a second round knockout.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
I'd prefer that just for bedtime.
Yeah.
I could almost see a first round knockout, but betting against Jan like that is like saying Jan's not going to come into this fight prepared. And if you're a former UFC champion, you're going to at least be prepared, but he's never seen this guy, and no one's ever seen this guy at this weight.
With his actually healthy, like not cutting down to 185 pounds when he's like 220, like walking around, like that's...
And he barely lost to Izzy in that last title fight. He had
was
Izzy
working
on,
him.
he had Izzy on the cage.
He says it's the whole rope dope. I don't know about that.
no,
He looked
that-
hurt,
that
man.
was-
And his leg was done. Izzy's leg was done.
Izzy's just great at counter striking off those, but man, I'm sticking with Alex on this one, and I'm gonna say second round. I'd like to say first, but I think it's gonna be the second this time.
So, complete toss-up. If it goes to decision, Jan's going to win. Because that means you took him down multiple times in the fight and didn't stand on his feet. I could see Jan sleeping him. I mean, Izzy slept him, and the Polish Hammer's got hands of absolute fucking steel.
Yeah,
but that's completely different. Jan's just a brute, like he said, Polish brute. He's a brawler. Izzy's more technical. He's got the kickboxing background. So Izzy knocking him out makes sense. They're both kickboxers. They're engaging. I don't think that it'll be close on the feet between Alex and Jan, and that's why I'm scared that Jan's just going to take him down and work him on the ground, because we've never seen Alex really against a wrestler, and Jan took Izzy down basically at will and just rode him, and that's how he beat Izzy.
Was Izzy in the higher weight class?
Izzy bumped
back
up
then?
to try to become champ. It was when Jan
Be
was
double
champion.
champ?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was kind of a boring fight, I'll be honest. So nothing like the Alex Izzy fights.
Yeah.
I love Jan. I mean, he's 40 years old. He came on late in his career, took him out. I mean, it's just tough. Like, he lost to Glover when Glover was like 42. Like,
Yeah. 40.
he's 43 now. Glover was old, and don't get me wrong, Glover's still that guy. I mean, not
He
anymore.
still
He's
held
retired.
a belt, didn't he?
Yeah,
before he retired.
Yeah, first time he won the belt was when he was like 42 years old, choking out Jan. So, I mean, don't get me wrong, that's cool and all. Glover's been working with Alex for years now. It's in Salt Lake City. That's where Alex is training and lives now. It's kind of cool. Hopefully we can just see him win. Tell me, would you rather have Poatan Alex Pereira win and go fight for the title against Yuri fucking Prohaska or Jan? Don't get me wrong, they're both exciting, but fucking Poatan Alex Pereira, he's so exciting.
Yeah.
So,
And I honestly don't see any reason why if he doesn't win this fight, he doesn't.
he's fighting for the title.
He doesn't. He'll roll through the rest of this division if he
Yeah.
beats Jan right off the bat like this. Until Hill gets back, at least.
Yeah, and that's fucking
A year
forever.
out. A year out at
Ruptured
least.
his Achilles. He's donezo for a long time. I haven't heard anything on Ankalaev. He doesn't have a fight scheduled. He hasn't fought since that Blachowicz fight, so I don't know what he's doing. I don't know why he hasn't fought, because he's another one that kind of scares me with Pereira because of his wrestling. Because obviously nobody can stand with Alex Pereira. I think I'm going to go with Pereira just because it's
It'd be more
cool
exciting,
and fun and get some excitement in the division. Nothing against Jan at all, like I said. He's a fucking class act, a good guy, but 205's kind of like, what the fuck's going on in that division?
No one really knows. Now
we
that the
need
especially
something.
now that
Like,
the champion is
yeah,
retired.
the past two champions vacated because of injury. Like, what is? They didn't even lose their belt by fighting. Like, we need something to like stability. And 40 years old is not stability.
Was that the one that was playing hoops, or is that a different?
Yeah, he was
division?
playing hoops, and I think he
Was it his
tweaked
ankle or
it. His Achilles, he tweaked it, and then I heard that he went to train the next day and fully ruptured it.
Oh, jeez.
But I don't know. But it definitely happened playing basketball. Jamal Hill. I really like Jamal Hill, but he gets really fat. You see the picture of him recently? Dude, Sweet Dreams put some weight on. It is insane. Yeah.
Is that his nickname?
Yeah, that's
Sweet Dreams Hill.
Jamal Sweet Dreams Hill?
Yeah. There's nobody for Yuri to fight, and if that's who they fight, right? The winner of this fight's Yuri for the belt. Whoa! Holy smokes! He
gets thick.
Yeah, he does.
He gets thick.
Wow.
Yeah, so you can look it up yourself, Jamal Hill. It's at Sweet Dreams, whatever. Sweet_dreams_JL on Instagram. No problem for the shout out.
Yeah.
I mean, your Instagram following's about to
come
go
on,
off the
dude.
roof.
Come on the show.
We'll fly you out to
roof.
Warsaw. We'll fly you out to Warsaw.
Man, we got the Perry Warsaw Airport.
Yeah, we'll get you at the WPSP.
Get a prop plane.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Alex. I think it's a very stupid fucking decision, and I could easily see me go 0 for 5 on all of my picks today. And I'm not 100% set on them, so I will be making them on verdict, and those are my official choices. But I'm probably just gonna roll with whatever I said today because seems better than being wishy-washy.
And since he just talked about Verdict, I'll put the plug in right now. You can follow us on Verdict. I'm BillSkateboard, and he's Scout55. Cool. We'll put a graphic up like we did last time for our loyal followers.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah. Millions around the
Millions.
Worldwide.
Tuning in.
Worldwide, it truly is.
We do gotta get some international fans. We're only in the U.S.
Come on, Canada. Come on, I even shouted you out on the first podcast on Canada Day.
Yeah, it was Happy Canada
Kristen
Day.
Boondock Conley.
Yeah, let's get Boondock.
Let's get
Boondock on here.
We gotta get Boondock on. All right, on to the main event.
Yeah, I'll round her out with the main event. Yeah. We got lightweight 29-7 Dustin the Diamond Poirier.
Yeah.
Versus 24-4 Justin the Highlight Gaethje. So you got Justin and Dustin going at it once again, the rematch. These guys are built to win and they're built to fight. Built Ford tough. No.
I don't think any of us have a Ford. So.
Honda all the way. This has the potential to be the best fight of the card. I see this starting with 2 exciting rounds, one in each of their favors. But I ultimately see it ending in the 3rd round because Justin, being the highlights, gonna want to get a little squirrely and do something crazy.
Squirrely.
And get caught in a Dustin submission.
Oh my!
So it's gone down in the 3rd round.
Dustin submitting Gaethje. That would be wild.
Oh, that would be very wild. Always gotta have a bold.
That would be wild.
Always gotta have a bold one on here.
Does the BMF belt make this a 5-round fight?
Yeah, it's a main event, so it's 5 rounds.
So I'm gonna say it's going to the 4th round.
Wow.
At least, because these guys are gonna just slug each other out. I don't think it'll go to the ground as much. I think since it's for the BMF title and. That's what
they're not. It's not going.
And
to
it's a grudge match.
Unless somebody gets hurt.
Right,
unless somebody gets hurt and they follow on top, it's not going to the ground.
It's going to be a stand-up boxing match, and it's going to be tough to pick. Just because Poirier won the last one, I'm going to say Gaethje gets the grudge match and he gets the 2nd one.
Trilogy.
And then we get a trilogy.
That'd be a nice trilogy, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is the fucking wildest fight probably of the year. I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. And I laughed earlier because he did beat Michael Chandler with a submission, so
Michael Chandler's a freaking pit bull, man.
Yeah, but he hurt him and then came on top.
Yeah, that'll get you.
And then he also submitted Anthony Pettis with a body triangle.
Huh.
That doesn't happen often. I don't know what happened there. I'm assuming Pettis was hurt or something with his legs or something. I don't know. Or maybe I don't know what a body triangle is. Honestly, I sound stupid now.
Anthony Pettis is in ESPN's MMA, isn't he now?
Yeah, he's on PFL. Oh, I don't even know if he's doing that anymore. I think he might. He's got his own promotion now. None of this looks like a submission, so I'm not sure. I'll have to go back and watch that fight. Is it a triangle choke? Like just a normal triangle choke, I think maybe? But I don't know. Body triangle, whatever that is, if that's different from a triangle choke, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, I think it'll be exciting. I think Dustin Poirier will lose because he's a dick. No, I'm just kidding. I think he's one of the fakest people I've seen. And I think I like Dustin Poirier, but he just plays this whole like good guy act, and I don't buy it at all.
He's Kyle Navarro's
And I'm
favorite.
fine with him being an asshole, but just don't act like you're this good guy. I mean, he's got all the charity stuff. So yeah, it's a good guy. That's good and whatnot. But like towards other fighters, and like he talks his shit. He's not like, he acts like he's better than these people and doesn't stoop down low and talk shit like everybody else. And I just think it's annoying. Like, be a heel. If you're a heel, just be a heel. Be a bad person. Like, talk shit. Do your thing.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Yeah, don't fucking act like you're this fucking... Like, even, like, watching him fight, just... It's wild. Like, because I like DP. I've always liked him. Just, I don't know.
Where is he in the rankings?
He's 2, and I believe Gaethje's 3.
Now, if he wins this fight, you almost have to give him a title shot.
Yeah, I think whoever wins this should get
Like
the
a real
title shot, just because I like them. So
And
these are my 2 favorite in this division. So
Poirier's losses are against. He lost to Charles.
yeah,
A couple fights or a fight or 2 back, and then to Khabib. Yeah, Khabib.
yeah.
And other than that, he's rolled
beat
some
everyone.
pretty good people too. Eddie
Max
Alvarez,
Holloway.
Max Holloway. Yeah, a Max Holloway win. That's
Everyone. McGregor.
McGregor
How can we
twice.
not talk about McGregor? I don't know. Not the same McGregor as McGregor before
Not
coming
even
out.
not
close
the
to the
prime.
same
Not
McGregor.
coming out
Yeah,
McGregor. I hope McGregor never fights again, honestly.
I told you after the Ultimate Fight
Yeah.
was over, I wasn't gonna like him at all.
I don't want him to fight again. There's no reason to ruin the aura. We're getting way away from what we're talking about, but it's okay. It's a podcast,
Yeah,
so we
it's
do.
right off into the
But
sunset.
McGregor
Yeah.
needs to retire just like John Jones needs to retire in November, just like Tony Ferguson needs to retire fucking
Yesterday.
Saturday.
I'd like to stop you on the John Jones.
I don't want to
retirement.
watch him lose,
Now,
man.
now he needs this Stipe fight's cool, but he needs to fight Sergey.
No.
He needs to fight Sergey. He has no business.
I think
fighting.
he can beat him.
He has no business fighting
I'll
Stipe
pick him to
right
win.
now.
Oh,
though.
I agree. He just wants the money and he wants to take out the heavyweight goat.
And he don't want to even chance to lose.
I don't want him to
Because
have
he
a
doesn't.
chance to lose.
You gotta say he's scared to fight that Russian.
I don't know if
Sergey
he's scared.
Pavlovich, or however
I don't
you say
think
his
you
name.
could ever call John Jones scared of another fucking man just because it's John Jones.
John
We're
Jones-
talking-
but
we're
he's
talk-
got his legacy to save now.
I agree. I don't think he's scared of the fighter. Maybe he's scared to get caught. I mean, heavyweight, one punch, dude.
Mm-hmm.
It's different. I mean, light heavyweight, don't get me wrong. They're still big, strong, but heavyweight, dude. One punch and you're done.
Just
And this
physics.
guy's
It's a
finished
different
every
amount of
person
mass.
the
Sergey's
past 5
been crazy.
fights. In the first round. First round.
That's why I was so surprised Stipe got the nod for that fight when
Yeah, I mean,
Sergey's
I think
clearly they got Sergey fighting Gane again, and if Jones
Syria?
No,
beats
Spivak's fighting Gane, not Pavlovich. Different Sergey.
oh
Yeah. Sergey said he's waiting out for a title shot. Pavlovich said he's waiting for a title shot. So, I agree with you. I'd love to see that fight, but selfishly, John Jones is who got me into MMA.
okay
I've loved John Jones. I watched every John Jones fight. I used to watch it with my buddy Jed. Rest in peace, brother. He's my guy. I just don't want to watch him lose. I mean, his loss against Matt Hamill isn't even a loss. I understand that he's a piece of crap sometimes, but just watching him fight is something special. He's the best I've ever seen, ever. Just different. I love DC. What he did to DC is nuts.
Yeah.
Just worked DC twice. Twice worked him, and he was talking shit. He's like, I beat you on cocaine. He was on cocaine. That doesn't last the whole fucking fight, guys, okay? It's not going to last the whole fight.
If
It's
anything,
not
it'll
gonna-
make you worse. the
It'll
next
make him
fight.
tired.
Yeah, it'll be on the
If
come
he
down.
snorted right before the walkout, he would be lucky to have it still be going. Not that I've done it, but I just know from other people that fucking shit happened.
No, didn't he go out and booze a bunch before fights,
Yeah,
John Jones?
he wouldn't even train for fights. Wouldn't even train
So
for
imagine if he
fights.
did.
He would just go and drink
that's
and
that
party.
Rochester blood right there.
You got that Section 5 blood in him, baby. But yeah, Justin Gaethje is going to get the finish in round 4.
Alrighty.
Round 4.
Round 4. No.
Again.
Decision. Split decision.
All 5 rounds. All right. They're going the whole way.
Split decision, absolute banger, fight of the year. Split decision. Justin Gaethje wins just because he said he's going one more shot at the title after his Fiziev fight, and I don't want him to retire. He says I completely understand. Every fight he's in is an absolute barn burner. He just swings and bangs. Former Division I wrestler could easily take people down and just grind them. He doesn't. He just stands and fucking bangs. So he said he's taken enough damage. He's going for one more shot at the title and then he's done. So I think if he loses against Dustin, he might retire. And I think he's fighting for more. He's got that loss already, and he knows that he's got one more chance to try to win this title. He's 34. He understands he doesn't have all this time in the world. So I just think he's just going to go in there, and he's going to find a way. He's going to find a way to get her done. Dustin Poirier's a better striker. I don't know if he's the better fighter, but I just think Gaethje's got that...
Got that dog in him.
I mean, not to say Dustin Poirier don't got dog. He's got dog.
Dustin
Poirier's got dog.
That's why they're fighting for
They both
BMF.
got dog, but I just think Justin Gaethje's going to dig deep this time, batter Poirier's legs, and find a way to put him out.
He's going to have a dog.
Not put him out, but hurt him several times. They'll both be hurt. They'll both be close to being finished. Who knows who will win? America wins. That's who wins, baby.
Yeah.
You never know. We could have a 13-second knockout right off
Could
the
you
bat.
imagine somebody sleeping? Double knockout!
I couldn't imagine it when McGregor did it to Aldo.
Oh
so I
my
couldn't imagine it now.
gosh, dude, that was insane.
I'd be just excited, man.
I could never imagine something like that happen. I don't know. So that goes the whole main event. I think I picked opposite from Chris every single fight.
I think
you and
did
me were
too.
on
I think we had the same
we got a
thing.
2-1 split every single fight, so it'll be interesting to see how this shakes out. What are you guys' favorite fights?
Favorite fight?
I think mine's Jan. I'm
Yeah,
looking
that
forward to that
fight's-
one the most.
I'm sorry, but no, it's Dustin Poirier, Justin
Yeah,
Gaethje. It's a fucking fight,
Yeah,
man,
that's the
dude. I'm
BMF
sorry.
fight. That has
I'm
to be the
excited.
fight.
I'm excited about Alex versus Jan.
Watching him
But
come
I
up.
could easily see it just being Jan taking him down.
If it did
And
that, then
grinding him
it
out.
wouldn't be my favorite.
I could
if it
see
did
that, and I understand why you're excited because it's
They're big,
what can Alex
like,
do?
yeah.
Like Alex is coming up from middleweight. He's got all the damage. He can murder people. Like just Alex Pereira fight is just the most exciting shit in the world, unless
It's
you
on
have
the ground.
Justin Gaethje and Dustin Poirier fucking banging for 5 rounds, dude. 5 rounds.
It's between those two. I mean,
Oh,
those are
for
two-
sure.
I mean,
Those are two
yeah,
for
yeah.
like not even close. Like don't get me wrong, the other fights are good, but nothing compared to the fucking co-main and main event.
No.
Like,
The only one I could see getting up there might be the Kevin Holland.
yeah.
And Michael.
And that would just be Kevin probably working him and
Mhm.
Chiesa being a dog and not quitting.
A fight of the night, kind
Yeah,
of just
like-
slug it out both bloody dudes up. Yeah. And then we got Derek Lewis in the prelims.
Black Beast, baby.
My balls are sweaty.
My balls is hot. Favorite line of all time.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
That might be another guy who retires if he loses. to-
Yeah, if he
He's got to
if
be
he-
close to 40,
He's
right?
probably 37, 38. I don't have a clue. Let's take a look. 38, February 7th, 1985. 6'3", 190.5 centimeters.
Talk about a heavyweight.
There's our Canadian friends, centimeters. and
Centimeters.
whatnot. It doesn't say meters, so I can't tell you. 120.2 kilograms. But yeah, he is going through it right now. 3 losses in a row. They haven't really been close.
Mm-mm.
None of them.
Sergey did him real dirty in 50
Sergey
seconds.
Spivak murked him.
Yeah.
Both Sergeys murked him. He went from Sergey E.I. Pavlovich, and that was, like, scary.
That was
like,
a
watching
scary
somebody
bad,
do
like,
that
he
to
murdered
Derek.
yeah, watching
Like, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, somebody's got to call this. I remember.
Dude, I was like, okay. Like, I was like, here we go. Black Beast is going to work this Russian mother trucker. Let's go,
Yeah.
America. And then I was just like, oh my gosh, this big Russian
Yep.
dude is It was just like, boom. Like,
Yeah.
scary, dude. Like, him versus Francis would be cool.
Oh,
Sergey
man.
Pavlovich versus Francis would be cool.
Damn.
Did Pavlovich
I wish
fight
it happened.
Tuivasa after that?
Yeah, and he
because I was
murdered
like, now it's
Ty,
time for Tui to get some of this Russian guy.
Tyler
And
still,
he
like,
got
come up
54,
Yeah, he got
55 to
bombed.
54.
Yeah.
Then he worked fucking Curtis Blades in 3 minutes, dude.
Holy
This guy is
shit.
insane, dude. Pavlovich is insane. I think he needs to get more into social media. But yeah, I think this Derek Lewis fight, he's going against that Rogerio de Lima. I don't know too much. I've seen him fight before. Never really cared about him. He's beat Andrei Arlovsky. He lost to Blako Ivanov. He came up from 205. I think this is a make it or break it fight for Derek Lewis, and I'm going to have him finish him in the first round because it's in Salt Lake City, and he knows that he's going to get tired if he fucking goes past
Hangs
round
around a
one.
little
It's at
too long.
elevation. He doesn't want to get tired, so he's just going to unleash.
It's that Mormon air.
And I hope he just retires even if he does knock him out. I think he'll knock him out, though. That's probably the most exciting fight on the prelims.
That's the only name I knew on there.
I don't even know
I
what
don't
you
know
just
too
said.
many people. Don't worry about it.
I'll have to watch it back.
It's pretty funny.
What the
Pretty
fuck?
off guard. It's funny.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you have to tune in, man.
I'll have to tune in.
We need more people.
I'll have to like, subscribe, and share, as you should.
Yeah.
As you should.
And on that note, if you know what a body triangle is, let us know. And thanks for tuning in.
Thank you. Right, well, who the fuck? What did you say?